everyone and welcome to a new The Walking Dead reaction. My name is Larissa and today I'm going to react to The Walking Dead finale. And last week's episode, oh my god, I was so devastated. That was so awful. And I read in the comments that a lot of people already had been spoiled or that they read the comics themselves. So that I was one of the few people who didn't know that it was going to happen. I was very glad about that though, because I just don't want to already know what is going to happen. So I'm glad I didn't. So I now had a really honest reaction, so that was very nice. But I was so devastated. I have cried the entire day. I had to go to school after recording it, and I was in my car, I was driving to school and I was just crying. I was just sitting there like, watch the road, stop crying. And I kept crying. It was so awful. And then I got to school and I was like, no, everything is fine, I'm okay. I wasn't okay, no. And then I had to edit my reaction, and then you kind of rewatch the episode as well. And then I saw the part where Carol says to Ezekiel, our son is asking a girl to the movies tonight. And I was like, no, and it never happened. I was so sad. No. And Tara and Enid, that was just awful. I mean, they have been with us for so long, and the entire day after I watched the episode, I was just thinking about their lives and everything they had already been through, and every time I was thinking about it, I was just like, no. And I just kept crying again. I was just a mess after that episode. For now, I'm just really excited what's going to happen. I'm glad that that wasn't the ending, because then I wouldn't have been okay at all. Now we're getting a last episode for now, and yeah, we're going to see what they're going to do now, how they're going to handle this. I'm very excited. Lots of people say that they think Negan is going to kill Alpha. I saw lots of people say Carol. I saw lots of theories. I also read some things you guys said about the comics. I'd rather not be spoiled, to be honest, even though it aren't always spoilers, because in the comics Ezekiel was the one that died on the Pikes, I believe, and Rosita was also one of them. So they don't really live up to the comics I saw. Also, lots of people think that Rosita or Ezekiel is going to die in this episode, because they actually were supposed to die last episode. But I don't know what I have to believe. I'm just going to watch this. I'm just going to see it. That was a long intro, but last week I didn't have much time to recap the episode, and I just had to tell you guys what my day was like after that awful episode. So I'm going to watch it now. I'm very excited, and I hope you are too. And let's go.
Things fall apart. The cold set in. Fires raged. The rot spread. Knowing when it's over. If only for now.
It's just so sad for Carol. First she loses her daughter. Then she loses Henry. And Lydia, how must she feel?
Make sure you read something.
At least they're not blaming her or something.
The magic we felt in this place.
Oh. Henry. Oh my god.
The love.
I really don't get why some people were happy that Henry died, because lots of people were like, I was so happy when I saw that Henry was dead. Like, I know he was kind of a pain in the ass this season, but he was just trying to do what he thought was right.
The acts of courage.
He's just a child. Are you going to blame him for that?
Cowards die many times.
And seeing Ezekiel and Carol so sad now, that doesn't make me happy. They're leaving the kingdom. Where will they go now then? Oh, this is so sad.
As we head into an uncertain future, all of us.
So the fair didn't work out. This is so sad. Just that they're leaving the kingdom now, after all this time. After thinking things were going to be finally alright again. Last episode was so fucked up. First it was really happy and we thought everything is going to be alright now, and the end just changed everything, and now The Walking Dead is so sad again.
Still nothing from Maggie. The council's had another lesson.
Still gone.
We haven't had anything back.
That's so weird.
Ain't got enough to us.
Hi. To lay off.
Okay, they are blaming her, some of them. But Daryl is kind
You
of
want to protect me.
protecting her. Oh.
I know how they feel about me.
I love how protective Daryl is. He always acts so tough, but he's so kind. I love Daryl.
Every time I look at her, all I see is him.
I do get it, it's hard for them though.
I did the systems check on the state of the array as requested, and the solar panels are no bueno. Best bet is to go
That hat. It's such a Eugene hat.
Parents, Allison.
Can't leave Negan. He'll freeze down there. We have to let him out.
Let him out. I want him to be let out. Well, winter is really here. It's like Game of Thrones. They're just waiting for the winter, and then winter is here, and everything's going to hell.
I'm hoping for a fresh start with the hilltop.
Are they going to
And
Hilltop?
it'd be easier if it was just us.
You jealous?
You think that's what Carol wants?
Shit. I'm not trying to be the bad guy here, man. I just want to get back a piece of what I lost.
He's stuck in the ice. Don't, please. I knew someone was gonna come, but I didn't expect it to be Carol. I get how she must feel. Everyone hates her now there. She blames herself. She has, like, first she had Henry.
Yeah.
Now Henry's gone and she's actually just with a bunch of strangers. She knows Daryl, but she has been with her group for all this time and now she's suddenly there. Is that the sanctuary?
Welcome to the sanctuary.
I mean, sure, all right. It smells like a goddamn barn, and you're all bored shitless. But
Language.
sorry,
Oh.
sorry, kiddo. Your girl's doc is also your girl's baby daddy, which kind of begs the question: you ever wonder what the hell is going on in there when she has her appointments? That is a very mature attitude, father. Not the father.
Oh shit.
Is that unpredictable?
Eugene is such an asshole. And Eugene is just like, okay.
We're going to Aaron's house. It'll be tight quarters, but we'll make it work.
It's not going very well there, is it?
Seriously? Not one of you assholes is gonna untie me?
Damn. It went so cold so fast. I mean, I know there's been a couple of... I know we're a couple of weeks further now, but still, damn. Suddenly it's freezing. And last episode it was still in the middle of the summer.
I'm really trying to hang on. I don't know what I'm doing.
I can take her away from here. I can keep her safe on my own.
Oh, she's hearing that.
All this time we spent apart, I thought it made us stronger. It didn't.
Definitely not.
That woman was able to walk amongst us because we didn't know each other.
It's really starting to make me think of Game of Thrones. Or maybe that's just because I'm rewatching everything now. But yeah, winter's here. Oh no, that's the border. I still can't... I just can't believe that this happens. Also last episode, when I was editing it, Enid said something like, I'm only going to laugh at the least embarrassing parts or something like that for the rest of our lives. For the rest of our lives. And when I saw that I was just like, okay, fuck this shit. Dog! Where's the dog? Is the dog okay? Oh, Judith, no. She just wants dog back. But that wasn't smart. Oh, this really looks like that last episode from The Walking Dead Telltale, season 2. Where you have to walk through that snowstorm. Are they already there? This is so creepy. This looks exactly like it. Oh, this is not okay. I'm scared. White walkers. Are they frozen? Like frozen walkers? Holy shit. What? I can't just see this be alright. Like, something has to happen. The Whisperers will know at some point. Lydia is not. Did Lydia just walk away? Oh no. I'm actually wondering, how do the Whisperers even survive in this world? Because they don't have houses and stuff like that. Oh, I don't trust this. If they are all going to walk on the ice, things are going wrong. And this is really reminding me of The Walking Dead Telltale so much. When they had to cross the ice and there were walkers on the ice, so it broke and then Luke fell in and Clementine fell and then Luke died, and I'm just thinking about that now and I don't want any of that to happen right now, please. We already lost enough people. Don't do anything stupid, Carol. Don't do... I don't think she would though. I think in the end she would just...
This is how you keep from losing anyone else.
She's not doing that.
Please.
See.
We have to go. Good.
Oh. I just feel so sorry for Lydia. She's so young and she can't go back to her own people, well, previous people. She isn't really wished there because all those people died because of her. She just doesn't belong anywhere right now, and she's all, it's like she's all alone in this world, and you shouldn't be alone in this world. Oh, Judith, where the hell did you go? Aww. Aww. She was just standing there with the dog like, I have the dog. And now find your way back.
Now I know why you're doing this. You're just trying to get a little extra. And dog, you better poop little golden nuggets. You know what I'm saying?
Your leg looks like shit.
Language describes.
Miss Grimes. He's so protective of Judith.
Dog too. We have to get your back.
Oh, the dog.
Oh, the dog. A few seasons ago, did you ever imagine that you would see Negan taking care of Judith like that? No, right? But I just love their relationship together. I mean, even though the things he did, she never knew him like that. So for her, he's, I think, a total different person. And it's just nice to see them getting along like that.
It's like our new kingdom. Only it's Hilltop.
Only it's Hilltop.
Yeah, we call it Kingtop. Maybe we can make that a thing.
Why'd you leave?
One day, Titus will sleep.
No, no.
But I will never stop loving you.
And I'll never regret the fate.
Losing Henry really broke them. Everything is just so different now, it really makes me emotional.
How are you? It's cold.
Did have a flair for the dramatic.
The last time we were here together, Rick had just slit my throat open.
You're strong.
I'll need to be strong for what comes next.
What comes next?
You will be.
Okay, Alpha.
We'll come back from there.
Maybe you can even go back home to the kingdom someday.
Just because we messed up
after that. I'm gonna do my homework now.
So they're like talking to each other now, Hilltop and Alexandria. That's really nice. I really like when they start with the same thing as the end. Oh. Oh my god! The Walking Dead and their stupid endings. Oh god, the season finale. Yep. I think it was quite a good episode. It was really sad, and sometimes I was just crying even though not a lot was happening, but it is mostly just because so much has suddenly changed again. And The Walking Dead is changing so much the last couple of, well, episodes, seasons. I mean, of course, Rick died this season. Well, died. He didn't die. Everyone says he died, even though we all know he didn't die, but let's just say die. Rick left the show this season, and a lot has changed since then. We had a 6-year time jump, Judith grew up, new people joined them, lots of things have happened, and then they finally had the fair, and then those people were murdered. Everything was so happy, and then it was just all gone again. And now it's winter, and things are changing again, and it's just so much. Sometimes I just can't. Sometimes it's just really hard for me to realize what's all happening. So yeah, when they were all having fun in the snow after everything they had just been through. I mean, they didn't even know if they were going to survive the cold, but they got back, and to just see them all having fun in the snow, having an ordinary snowball fight, it really made me emotional for a moment, because just after everything we've seen, I think this was a very heavy season, season 9. Because like I said, of course, we have Rick leaving the show, Maggie leaving the show. I mean, she was just gone out of nowhere. And lots of people are gone, lots of people died. And so much has changed. So it was kind of a heavy season. And just the things that happened too. I mean, season 7 and 8, I believe, both those seasons were about Negan and fighting Negan. And it was a good storyline, but let's be honest, they made the episodes a little boring sometimes. Of course you had all those episodes where they only focused on one character. Everyone hated that, and luckily they realized that after some time, so they stopped doing that. But that was just awful and so boring. But you had this whole fight, and they were suddenly just fighting and making new plans to fight Negan, to fight back, and like constantly the same thing was happening, if I can describe it like that. And right now there are just lots of things happening, and then we constantly get time jumps, and those time jumps are like, you really have to think about it again, like, where are we now, what is happening? And just, yeah, heavy things have happened. I'm not sure what to say about it now. I only know that this episode was kind of good. It was good to have an episode after the last one, because like I said, if it ended there, I wouldn't have been okay. Then we would have to wait like very long until we were going to see them again, to see what things were like now. And I really needed to see that, because last week just killed me. And like this was a season finale, and not a lot of things like deaths and fights did happen. And I think that was good actually, because after last episode, I don't think anyone was waiting for that, for another fight now. I just wanted to see how they were like, and I also don't like how Henry's death kind of broke Carol and Ezekiel. Carol is just not herself anymore, and I feel so sorry for her. Lydia just doesn't know where she belongs, and I also feel really sorry for her, because it wasn't her fault, even though it kind of was, but not her fault, like really her fault. And everyone is just blaming her, and I get how hard it is from both sides. I mean, like Enid's boyfriend, what was his name again? How do I forget those names constantly? Well, I get how hard it is for him, and he was saying those things to Lydia, and I wanted to be mad at him for that. Like, she doesn't deserve that. But I just couldn't be mad at him, because like, I think that if I would lose someone I love so much, like he loved Enid, because they were really in love, I would be mad too. And I don't think I would be able to deal with that as well. It's just really hard, but it's so sad for Lydia, but it's also so hard for them. And just Lydia wanting to die, I get it. But there are also people who do want to help her, like Daryl. And I mean, after Carol saw that she was trying to kill herself, and after Lydia asked her to kill her, I think Carol also sees that now, that Lydia is just a little girl who who feels guilty about it, who didn't want to see this happen, who is just as devastated as they are about the deaths. And I think Carol is also starting to understand that, even though it just really broke her. It's a tough situation. Also, Negan, I'm just glad they let him out now. I'm really excited to see him walking around there again. And I mean, his bond with Judith, it's just great. And him immediately going after her to save her, giving her his jacket. I mean, Negan is so protective over Judith, and it's so nice. For now, I'm just going to end my reaction because I have been talking way too long. But I like the season. Lots of people gave up on The Walking Dead, especially after Rick left the show. But I think it really got better, and I think they did a great job with this season. And I just like where this new thing is headed. I liked it more when the thing with the people on the sticks didn't happen. But I am excited to see where it goes now. And I didn't have that after last season. It was just like, okay, The Walking Dead is returning. And now I'm really excited to see the next episodes. And I just missed that the previous season. So yeah, I think they did quite a good job. For now, I'm going to end this reaction. And it feels so good, but my next reaction will be a Game of Thrones reaction. Can you believe it? I can't believe that I'm just able to say that now. A Game of Thrones reaction. Season 8. So excited. And for now, this was it. So, did you like my reaction? Please leave a like, subscribe. And then I really hope to see you next time at my Game of Thrones reactions. Bye!